I'm going to invite people. Feel free to start whenever you're ready because it's 6 o'clock now.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Let us greet our heavenly parents and our true parents. Let us face our true parents. 청지 참부모님께 경배. 하루 알았을때 가정면세 사 천일의극 주인 우리 가정은 참사라로 춤싱하고 하늘의 부모님의 창조의 상이 정주 대가족을 형성하여 자유와 평화와 통일과 행복의 세계를 왕성할 것을 맹세하나이다. Number 4, our family, the owner of Cheon, pledges to build a universal family encompassing heaven and earth, which is the heavenly parent's ideal of creation, and perfect the world of freedom, peace, unity, and happiness by centering on true love. 감사합니다. Okay. This morning, may I ask Mr. Ray Lapalkin to offer our morning prayer?
Good morning, everyone. Our dear Heavenly Parent, our true parents, again, we're so fortunate and grateful to be able to have each other each day to start our day, Father. So thank you to our true parents and again, the amazing life that they've led to guide us and pioneer this Cheon era, Father. And at this time, our true mother leading the way, and we read her memoir each morning, and we can see the amazing life that they've led of faith, Father, believing in the providence and pioneering the way for us. So, Father, please bless the efforts of our true parents. We pray that heaven can receive these offerings and the Junsong of our brothers and sisters each morning here on the morning devotion, not just here through the Clifton Church, but the whole East Coast and all of America and all over the world, Father, that so many people, so many brothers and sisters are giving their hearts and efforts, Father, to open the doors of heaven, Father, for the whole world. So please bless our day. We pray that each of us this morning, again, can receive words from our true mother to understand her heart, her motivation, and the great works that are being done. And Father, continue to guide us this day. And each of us come a little closer to you and move the providence another step forward. And so please bless our efforts, our time together. We thank you and offer this in all our names. Aju.
Aju. Thank you for your prayer. Thank you so much. And now let us engage in some exercises. Breathe in. Oh yeah, I love how some of you guys already lifted your arms up. And breathe out. And this time breathe in and bring your arms higher than you did previously. Reach for the ceiling, the sky, wherever you are. And breathe out. Bring it down. Let's push our neck to the side. Okay, to the side. And rotate them. And then reverse rotation. Awesome. And now let's stretch your sides. So we're gonna go to the side, just like you did with our neck. We're gonna go sideways. And now switch. All right, now we're gonna twist our sides. A bonus if you're able to crack your back. All right, the usual. Here we go. Shake our wrists. Shake them, twist them. Your ankles too. And you guys remember this challenge? Or you bring your arms back to your back and try to grab your fingers, or like at least touch them. But don't like overdo it, right? If you feel like it's straining your back or your shoulders, it's gonna have the opposite effect of stretching. So okay, switch. Okay, gradually. So all right. Awesome. Okay, let's do something with our legs. Let's do some if you have a wall, you could do like wall sits or something, or if not, you can do like a air squat. Okay, I'm squatting right now. Awesome. We'll do that for 10 seconds, and you can hold your arms out as well, or if you just want to stand and hold your arms out, you can 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Awesome. All right, let's bring it back. All right, final breaths in. And whatever else you want to stretch, do that. Ooh. All right, now let us go into our breakout rooms and share our gratitudes. See you back in a few. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful sharing. I would like for the first representative to share, I would like to call on Mrs. Kumagai to share about her gratitude.
Hi, good morning for everybody. This is Hatsu Kumagai. This is my debuting for the Zoom meeting. Yes, I'm very shy, so I'm hiding from the screen. I did never show up. Yeah, because of two things. I'm attending coach programming that make me very move forward and then interacting with people. So I'm very glad for this interaction through Coach Achieve program. And also, secondly, I'm so glad for the exercising program every morning, even short. This is make me so fresh, more start. And also I like very much exercising. I'm not expert, but daily I'm doing training myself for just walking or squat and to build up a healthy body with a healthy mind. It's very important to move our body for keeping healthy, mentally healthy in this world. Living in this world, it's sometimes so many stuff is now going around. So we have to pray, but same time we need to keep exercising ourselves to healthy body, healthy mind. And then one thing, my husband went challenged to go to Reda in Paraguay. This is an older couple. It's pioneered long 40 years ago, years or 30 years ago, and with a scratching place, border area, they developed facilities now. Some seafood, the seafood, some business they start. So just my husband went to see the area, but it takes almost several days to reach there. He left Friday, but by airport he went, but still they are not arriving to Reda. So, but that his attitude make me so worried, but one way so worried, but I'm very happy he's moving forward. So we like to move forward. Yeah, even over some certain age, doesn't matter. We have to keep young. We have to act. Thank you. That's my reflection.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That was beautiful. And yes, thank you for coming, not just the YouTube, but coming on to live sessions on Zoom. Grateful to have you. And now I would like to call on Josh and Hannah to share their gratitudes.
Good morning. Good.
Yeah. Just grateful for yesterday. We were in Canada, but now today, this morning, we took the evening yesterday to drive to Chicago. So now she's here with me in Chicago with my family. So I'm just grateful that we can spend a week together here, and eventually her parents will come up. And also just grateful that yesterday we went to the Detroit church, which is like right next to her home, and they had us give a small testimony, and then just a lot of food and celebration, a lot of people congratulating us and things like that. So felt a lot of love, and very, really grateful for that as well.
I'm just grateful that yesterday, we got to celebrate our commitment ceremony, in my community in Detroit. So I felt like, we got like a whole weekend celebration for this, but It's really enjoyable, and just seeing how much people supported and cared for us and put so much time just to decorate the places or give us some gifts or just to hug us, take pictures. Yeah, it just felt so much love and really just God's presence through it all. And just yesterday, just driving up here for the first time with their family, we were just talking about all the stories of how our journey started and how we got here. So there's just so much laughter and love, and yeah, something I was really grateful for. Yeah, thank you for having us again.
Thank you for coming on today. Gosh, I hope the Midwest time zone wasn't too much of a difficulty this morning. Anyways, yeah, thank you everyone for sharing your gratitudes. Our Heavenly Parents can hear them verbally too. And now let us continue with our Mother of Peace.
Welcome to Mother of Peace, and God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. A memoir by Hak Jahan Moon, a production of the Washington Times Global Media Group, narrated by Alison Hiroto. A filial son considers what he can do for his parents and courageously follows through. A filial child has the spirit of serving and is welcomed everywhere. Such a child always fulfills God's hopes. That is why the spirit of Hyojung is great. It seeks to serve others and not oneself. I planted seeds of Hyojung in the world on the 4th anniversary of Father Moon's ascension, which took place in August 2016. After 3 years of mourning, I transformed the character of Father Moon's memorial service from a sorrowful gathering into a festival that celebrates new hope and peace. I entitled it, Becoming the Light of the World Through a Filial Heart for Heaven. Our Chongpyong complex became a garden of joy upon which the sunlight of love poured down. On the one hand, we retraced the footsteps of true parents, while on the other, we enjoyed diverse cultural performances. On one day, with the motto, Food is Love, we held a festival of sharing true parents' favorite dishes. We filled a gigantic bowl, the size of a large dining room table, with rice and other delicious ingredients, used spatulas the size of oars to mix it all, and made bibimbap to feed 20,000 people in the Peace World Center. It was like a celebration meal, bringing all the world's peoples as one family around one table. This memorial event included other programs as well: lectures, seminars, leaders' meetings, ancestor liberation and blessing, and so forth, in Korea and abroad, lasting over a month. Our global family together built a spiritual foundation for our future direction. I vividly recall the pledge I made on the day that my husband passed away. I will revive the church with the spirit and truth we had in the early days. I have kept that promise. The filial devotion of our sons, Hyojin and Hungjin, lives on in my heart, along with the spirit of my beloved husband. When we convey filial devotion to all people, and everyone lives for the sake of others and looks after each other, that will be the kingdom of heaven. Filial devotion is a preeminent practical virtue as well as an eternal pillar of life. We must practice filial devotion while our parents are alive. After they are gone, no matter how much we want to sacrifice for them, it will be too late. We must know how precious this moment is and be proud of it. Across the table, around the world. An image shimmers faintly in my memory, like a gleam of sunlight reflected by the dew on the grass. I was sitting across the table from my husband right after our holy wedding. He gazed at me with the overwhelming heart of God. It seemed as if a waterfall of tears was about to burst forth from his eyes. That experience, the two of us sitting together at a small table to eat, treading the path of Hyojong in front of God, recurred many times on our path as true parents. We communed without a worry, sitting across the table from each other. During the 3 years we ate only boiled barley, and when we barely had time to catch our breath while on speaking tours, visiting 2 or more countries in a day. We were grateful for everything, and everything was a source of happiness. For me, the annual festival of sharing true parents' favorite dishes is like sitting across the table from all blessed families. The blessed families are true children of heaven's lineage, to whom my husband and I have given birth through our tearful embrace. They are called by heaven, so I call them chosen blessed families. True Father and I will sit across the table from these chosen blessed families forever. We will not forget for even a moment our countless children's intense tears and streaming sweat as they endured lonely struggles for the sake of God's will. My one regret over the festival of sharing true parents' favorite dishes is that I cannot in person place a delicious meal before each of my beloved children around the world and sit across the table from them. In December of 2019, I had that feeling, sitting across the table from Prophet Samuel Radebe. I had just arrived in Johannesburg to conduct the blessing ceremony of 200,000 people. Our airplane landed amid pouring rain. When I walked into the airport lounge, I was so happy to meet Prophet Radebe, who was like a son to me. As soon as he saw me, he said, "Mother, I so wished to see you. Welcome to your home in South Africa." Dressed in traditional South African clothing, Prophet Radebe welcomed me with a bow, expressing his heart of respect and humility, and presented a bouquet of red flowers he had prepared with care. Accompanying him was a large group of youths and students of the Revelation Church of God who greeted me enthusiastically right there in the airport lounge. They gave a special a cappella performance of a wonderful song with lyrics that meant, "True Mother came today to bless South Africa and all of Africa." When I said, "It is raining today. I've heard that rain is considered a great blessing in Africa," my words were greeted with loud cheers and shouts from Prophet Radebe, his youth leaders, and students. When it was time for lunch, Prophet Radebe sat across the table from me. The truth is that he normally would not have taken lunch on that day. It was December 5th, a very important day for him spiritually. He told me that on that day each year, he goes to a special mountain and offers devotions. December 5th, 2013, was the day that Nelson Mandela, one of the most respected figures in the Republic of South Africa and throughout the world, passed away. Prophet Radebe had publicly prophesied that December 5th would be the day of the president's passing. Many were amazed when his prophecy was realized. Moreover, on that day, a boy filled with the Holy Spirit testified in a heavenly language that Prophet Radebe is the leader who will liberate South Africa, and then coughed up a lion's tooth and presented it to the prophet. This story is legendary throughout South Africa. That is why on this day each year, Prophet Radebe has gone up to the mountain to offer gratitude for the heavenly mission given to him and to renew his determination to accomplish it. He felt that it was a most auspicious day for the true mother to arrive. Despite his commitment to his prayers, he had come down from the mountain to welcome me. Food is love, And to show my appreciation, I served him a bowl of warm Korean noodles. Sitting across from each other, I expressed the love between a mother and son whom heaven had brought together. He went back up the mountain after lunch to continue his devotions with a life or death resolution for the success of our December 7th event. When Prophet Radebe came to Korea in 2019 to attend the 7th anniversary of True Father's Holy Ascension, he offered special devotions on the top of Bolwang Mountain. At that time, our Secretary General, Dr. Yoon Young-ho, with whom Prophet Radebe had become sworn brothers through me, taught him how to use chopsticks. So now he did quite well using them to eat the noodles. Prophet Radebe's appreciation of Korean culture was another expression of his love and respect for me, his true mother.
Thank you for listening to Godable. Visit motherofpeacebook.com to purchase the complete audiobook. Godable is made possible by listeners like you. To donate, visit godable.org. Thank you.
Thank you, True Mother. 감사합니다. And now for our segment of Pastor's Reflection, I would like to call on our dear Pastor Barbara Robertson.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, thank you for letting me share. Yeah, so interesting. This first read, I was like, which is the point I should catch, And then, actually, in Las Vegas, Damien was saying, Mother doesn't put anything in here by accident. So, reading it the second or third time, I was like, oh, I missed that the first time. So, yeah. So, she starts off talking about a filial son. And, a filial son considers what considers what he can do for his parents and courageously follows through. A filial child has the spirit of serving and is welcome everywhere. And I thought about this point, well, first of all, filial is not a big word in America. We don't go around using that word very often. And, if you look it up, it means of or due from a son or daughter. And I just thought, wow, really true parents are the filial children of God, that have really considered what they can do for God and courageously follow through over and over again. And I just think that word, courageously follow through, is so, tells us a lot about true parents' heart. And, Mother says that a filial child fulfills God's hope. And then you can look at our true parents and see how they have always tried to fulfill God's hope. And so, yeah, like father, mother will go from one point to another, but there are all these, I guess that's why they made the way of tradition, where they took all the points and put it together. But even here, so she talks about filial child, and then again, she talks about the next page when we are coming. In my own writing, she talks about filial child. Again, filial devotion to all people and everyone, lives for the sake of others and looks after each other. That will be the kingdom of heaven. Which reminds me of what she said yesterday. So yesterday she said, if we change our mindset from moving from wishing to receive to wishing to give love, the world of peace will be at hand. And today she's saying, if we look after each other and we live for the sake of others and we have a filial devotion to all people and everyone, that will be the kingdom of heaven. And I just feel like there's so much in that, to look after each other, is to really be aware of our neighbor, of the situation of the people around us. You really, you can't look after someone that you're not paying attention to. So there's this deep sense of, awareness that being filial means, like, and even like later when she talks about Prophet Redebe, she's talking about that same sense of like being a filial child, and she brings up things like he brought her flowers, and he took the day off, which is his special day, and he bowed to her. He even to the point of he used chopsticks, right? So like you think it doesn't matter. He's like, he might want to eat in a different way, but those little things of paying attention, that starts to resonate with me. Oh, that's what it means to be a filial child, is to catch those little things because we're looking after each other. Yeah. And so she also says, filial devotion is the preeminent practical virtue as well as the eternal pillar of life. So I just really like, I guess in the past, I feel like this word filial devotion just, in one ear and out the other, because we're not really familiar with this concept. But she's saying, this is the thing, people, this is the thing I want you to catch. This is the virtue that makes all the difference. And to really try to break it down when she's using this word hyojung, and to really break down, what does it mean to happily give one's whole heart in duty motivated by love? This is what she made up this word for, right? This like loyalty and devotion and commitment and heart and love all wrapped up into this one special word, hyojung, and to really seek to serve others and not oneself. These are the points Mother's bringing up today. And also, Mother had this heart of hyojung to Father. And so when she's talking about after 3 years, on the 4th year, turning his Seonghwa celebration from a sorrowful day into a day of rejoicing. And it just reminds me of like the Bible verse, and I will turn your sorrow into dancing. And really, and also Father's own tradition of having holidays and celebrations on historically painful days, so that God eventually can forget the pain of that day and really resonate with the joy. And she says on that day, right, she's turning this Seonghwa into a celebration and turning to celebrate new hope and peace. And right, so even if things went wrong along the way, there's always a choice and a chance to begin anew. And that's what I'm really hear from Mother. And it reminds me of the Bible verse in Hebrews, which says, the hope that we have is the anchor for our soul. And Mother is always choosing hope. Yeah, always choosing hope. So I'm really moved by that. And yeah, so there's a lot of good stuff in here. Okay, so food is love. Okay, food is love. So I just ran over this page, but actually, look at what she did. She made this gigantic bowl. So she wants you to feel love, right? So she could have just made 20,000 lunch boxes. But the difference between 20,000 lunch boxes and this huge table-sized bowl full of rice that they have to take oars to mix, it's like a different feeling, right? When we eat out of the same bowl, it's like a family style meal, right? It's a different feel. And Mother wanted that feeling. Even though it's totally impractical, it doesn't make sense to feed 20,000 people from a big bowl of rice, but that feeling of we're all celebrating together as one family. Mother did that. And then she's, she really wants to have she wants to like be you to be at the offering table, and she wants to put that rice cake in your mouth. And that's how much Mother loves you. And thank you for letting me share.
Thank you so much for sharing that and emphasizing those points. Truly, the meaning of Hyojang and the deliberate things that your mother puts in the memoir to kind of also nurture us and raise us and educate us. Thank you so much for those points, Pastor Barbara. And with that, let us go into our breakout rooms to share with one another. See you in a few. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful sharing. I know I did. And so I'm gonna let you guys listen in on what I got to hear. So I would like to call on our wonderful Yishi Roberts for our first sharing. I know you don't like to be in public, but yes, Mrs. Yishi Roberts.
I forgot to tell you, don't call me. Anyway, to me, I really felt, although each chapter True Mother talk about different event, but the basic, her heart, I felt this, just like when I was in Las Vegas at Cheon one, I was praying, why is bedroom? What does it mean to me? But then I got the image is, the parents on the bed, they love the children in the early morning, wake up, running to them, hold them. That's the feeling I got from True Mothers, those kind of love. So anyway, that's I read the whole book. Just constant give me this kind of feeling now, and she constant talk about when she look back her hometown, and that she felt that she was kind of in her mother's embrace, kind of warm. So anyway, that's the feeling I have. That's I'm taken away from the book. That's all.
Thank you so much for sharing. As long as you never tell me to never call on you, I'll keep on calling you because that's what God would want. Thank you so much. And now I would like to call on Erina, Mr. and Mrs. Erina and Eric.
Yes, thank you for sharing the breakout room today. As I was saying, when I listen to Mother's words, I can really see that feel that, true parents, especially true mother, really see that, the kingdom of heaven is not something that is far away there. It's something that's really at hand. Like, we just need to look after each other, care about each other, It's not something so difficult. And I feel like, at the same time, she feels like we don't really see that it is something that can be done even today. We don't have to go too far. We don't have to climb mountains. We don't have to do something big, but just look after each other, to know that we are brothers and sisters, just to care about each other. And that's it. That's the kingdom of heaven there. And then when she sees that we are not realizing that, she's so worried because she knows that it's something that doable. It's something that can be done. Just live for the sake of each other. Look after each other. Yes, that's what I was sharing and break out on today. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, my takeaway this morning, particularly, I'm very excited when I read this part, and it's because I actually watched the live video when Mother visited South Africa, and her interaction with Bishop Prophet Radebe. To me, I feel really joyful and excited because with Bishop Radebe, with mothers, it's like, this is real, my mother. There's no protocol, there's no anything, it's just I'm serving my mother. And hearing how mother longs to serve us and have a dish and really feed us as her children, and having that opportunity to really sit with the Prophet Radebe and feed him, it really gives me joy because I remember the video, even Bishop Radebe getting the doves and really, really getting closer to mother and really attending to mother. This is my mother. I'm really so excited, and I feel the really artistic relationship from Prophet Radebe, and hearing about his history and really respecting that the December 5th, and how he came to be even chosen that he will be the one serving South Africa and being the one connecting with True Mother on really a personal level, that really puts him in the really right position and really being really a devoted and loyal and son attending to Mother. So I'm really grateful, and I love this takeaway so much because I watched that video live and I really love the interaction of Prophet Radele with True Mother. So that's my takeaway.
Thank you so much for your beautiful sharing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And as for announcements, if you guys enjoy the readings, feel free to invite someone through Zoom or the live Zoom sessions or the YouTube channels. And you can always send them the link. And after the sessions are usually over, they're available on YouTube, on the New Jersey Family Church YouTube channel as well. And if you're curious as to which chapter we read today on the Goddable, or which episode we heard today, it is episode 53 of Mother of Peace. So if you'd like to just send that to someone directly, check that out also. And then if you are able to, oh yes, so regarding live testimonies and offering songs, if you know of anyone that have wonderful testimonies to share, or you yourself have something you like to share that God is speaking to you to share, please share that with Yasu Ozawa or Pastor Takino, and their email address will be available in the comments section. All right, and that is it for announcements. And so now we will go into our Cheon Vigil prayer. So once again, reminder, first half, we will have a Cheon or someone representing the Cheon Hall. And then after that prayer is over, we will commence our unison prayer. Well, I will encourage you guys to unmute yourselves so we can offer out loud our unison prayer. So with that, I would like to call on Pastor Takino for our prayer.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. So today, from the New Jersey Cheon prayer, I'd like to invite Mrs. Noriko Sprague.
Dearest Heavenly Parents and our precious true parents, thank you so much for your love. Throughout the history, we heard that so much of the love you pour and shed the tears.
Yes.
And we are here. In this time we are born, and we could meet our true parents.
Yes, thank you.
And we are striving to really have you in our heart as our parents. And I remember that the true father, when he was even incarcerated time, you have to give a direction to true father. No one else in the world can ask for some particular things that has to be done.
Yes.
Even the time of the incarceration time, you have to ask to some responsibility. Heavenly parents, we are still, it's immature compared to that. But we are here, is growing, and time is now all the blessed children who are no original sin are born on this time on this earth.
Yes.
And growing and to becoming your true son and daughter of God.
Thank you.
Heavenly parents, so we want to be the person who you can ask to us, and we can give you to be really strong and to answer your request. Heavenly Parents, this time, the true Mother who are on earth and true Father in the heaven, we are here that both in heaven and earth.
Thank you
To be able to really pour, especially from the spirit world, was through Cheon, we can really catch the how we can fulfill a responsibility,
Yes.
how we can be the line of the heart with a true mother on this
Yes.
earth,
Yes.
Heavenly Parents. So we are so grateful to have this the time of the providence of Cheon. So we really like to be in the heart that always you can receive your desire and understand and feel the true mother's heart. Thank you so much. You are patient and love to all our brothers and sisters, and how much you're eagerly to save all mankind in this world today. So we really, the day that today, the new day, we want to one step closer to you.
Yes.
And one word that you can be able to give us your heart and let us really feel and understand more today than yesterday. So thank you so much. This new new morning with all brothers and sisters. We like to strive for this day that really you can give it to joy and our true parents. Thank you so much, and we like to offer this prayer together with the brother and sister.
Yes.
I offer this prayer in the name of Stephen Noriko's Pray Presenter family. Adieu.
Adieu. And now we can unmute ourselves and offering some prayer. 시작.
Dear most
Good morning, and thank you so much
We're
so grateful to
you.
be at this morning. Father, we are grateful and thankful that you have given us the opportunity to rise up this morning.
So grateful
Many parents to see a new day. Only that to be part of the providence of salvation. Thank you, Father, for sending to humankind this true now on earth. Our Father is in heaven. Our true Mother on earth, Heavenly Parents, dedicating her entire life to building and actualizing our Heavenly Parents, your ideals on earth as it is in heaven. Also, our true Mother's guidance and blessings. Heavenly Parents, we have the opportunity to junction one. Junction one, Heavenly Parents, break communication with you. That whatever we you, whatever we want, whatever we need from you, Heavenly Parents, when we call upon your name, we align ourselves with your purpose. We will be able to fulfill our responsibilities and in line with your will. Our Heavenly Parents, we pray that you really to trust our Heavenly Parents. You need to protect us, our Heavenly Parents. Open our minds, our hearts, and become element of goodness, bring our lives to be you and our true parents. Heavenly Parents, we can do our responsibilities in your will. Call us, Father, not to do goodness. And because Heavenly Parents, because you have
places with us.
believe in the good privileges.
In our lives.
Believe and know that goodness is your
And to our brothers and sisters in our neighborhood. But Heavenly Father, as we begin this wonderful new
you are
day,
establishing.
we pray your guidance, Lord, for
It's what you're doing for strength for your
fire.
kingdom of
We
heaven
can
on
have
earth. What our
have the ability.
more
We can have the
so much
inspiration,
so
Heavenly Father, that we need. Plug into the wall. To testify and to
God such as that. So grateful.
who are families, Heavenly Father, in the neighborhood. Based on that invitation, Lord, but we accept that ourselves, we want to really be united and realigning ourselves for that time. So far as we pray together, as we pray together as brothers and sisters, and we ask that you know, that the true love, the love, beloved Father, over us. Pray, Father, for our true mother in this moment, that all the leadership around the world, brothers and sisters, with our true mother, we can humble ourselves, Heavenly Father, and we can be able to attend to our true mother. Absolutely. Our absolute love, our absolute obedience.
아주, 아주 감사합니다. And with that, everyone, that concludes our Chonshimwon visual for today. Thank you so much for joining. Today marks day 4 of creation, when God created sun, stars, and the moon. So enjoy it from day to night. And have a great, wonderful day. See you tomorrow.
Bismarck, Dr. Bismarck.
Good morning.